The person you trust most with your children is secretly mapping the destruction of your life. You let them in, feed them, and trust them with your newborn, only to realize they never came to help. They came to replace you. Caitlyn is a razor-sharp attorney in the final, exhausting month of her pregnancy. While most would be home nesting, she is relentless, pushing through physical fatigue with sheer willpower. Weeks later, the sleep-deprived reality of a newborn sets in. Caitlyn is overwhelmed in a grocery store aisle, struggling to manage her daughter and baby when she bumps into a woman named Polly. Polly offers a warm smile and a solution. She can be the nanny Caitlyn desperately needs. Her husband Miguel is instinctively protective, but Caitlyn relies on evidence. She calls Polly's reference and hears a glowing recommendation, describing the nanny as a godsend. Caitlyn makes the hire, unaware that the voice on the other end of the line was a carefully scripted lie. Extreme exhaustion creates massive blind spots in judgment. A mother's simple need for rest becomes an open invitation for a predator. The home is sunlit and quiet, but the moment Polly is left unsupervised, the mask slips. She violates the most basic rule, staring with dead eyes as she forces sugary candy into the mouth of a baby who cannot digest it. When young Emma catches her, Polly pivots. She spins a tragic story about her childhood starvation, using false vulnerability to disarm the 10-year-old. By the end of the afternoon, she has turned the daughter into a secret-keeping accomplice. At a dinner party days later, Polly moves through the room with mechanical precision. While the guests laugh, Caitlyn's colleague Stuart feels a cold prickle of warning. He watches her pouring wine, sensing something behind her eyes that doesn't match her sweet smile. That night, Caitlyn collapses on the bathroom floor in agonizing pain. As she shivers and vomits, Polly kneels beside her, gently stroking her hair. Caitlyn blames herself for undercooking the dinner, never suspecting that Polly intentionally poisoned her plate. This is savior sabotage. An abuser secretly manufactures a crisis so they can step in as the only person capable of fixing it. Every morning, Polly sneaks into the master bathroom to swap Caitlyn's daily medication for a potent, mind-altering substitute. The only giveaway is a tiny variation in the imprint code on the pill. Polly is methodically hollowing out Caitlyn's reality, one ghost at a time. Polly begins assuming the role of the mother. She cuts Emma's hair and whispers with Miguel, creating a tight-knit circle that excludes Caitlyn. In her own home, the mother is becoming a ghost. To finish the fracture, Polly hands Emma a box of illegal fireworks. She frames it as a secret game for grown-ups, pushing the girl toward a dangerous rebellion. When the fireworks ignite the bedroom, Miguel pulls a screaming Emma from the smoke. In the chaos, he dismisses Caitlyn's frantic warnings about the nanny. He sees a helpful caretaker and an unhinged wife, exactly as Polly intended. Gaslighting succeeds when the victim's entire support system starts viewing them as the true threat. Stuart's search uncovers an old case file. Rebecca was the sole survivor of a fire set by her father, a man Caitlyn prosecuted. Her mind fractured. She redirected her hate toward the attorney who exposed him. To Rebecca, Caitlyn destroyed her family. Stuart's investigation ends in his hallway. Rebecca is waiting. A wooden baseball bat swings through the dark to silence the man who found the truth. Now isolated in a motel, Caitlyn looks closely at her pills for the first time. She recognizes the wrong imprint and realizes she hasn't been losing her mind. She's been drugged. Undeniable physical evidence shatters the illusion, replacing the fog of gaslighting with primal clarity. A text from Emma arrives with a photo of a hidden shrine, Caitlyn's face crossed out in ink. Adrenaline takes over. Caitlyn speeds back through the rain to reclaim her home from the woman who is systematically dismantling it. The struggle is primal. Caitlyn fights with the strength of a mother protecting her children, eventually shoving Rebecca backward until the window glass shatters. She falls 2 stories into the dead of night. Caitlyn scoops up the baby and reaches the SUV, but the nightmare isn't over. A bloodied Rebecca slams onto the hood, clawing at the windshield with unhinged fury. Caitlyn lurches into the street. A delivery truck T-bones the vehicle, throwing Rebecca from the hood and finally ending her pursuit. Months later, the house is quiet. Emma tells her sister the story of Rebecca as a reminder that the greatest threats are often the ones we invite inside.